welcome to Double K Media. This is my brand new channel. I have decided to do this after a long time of going back and forth on it. I used to do YouTube years ago, back when I was in junior high, and I liked it a lot. I was a big fan of it, but I wasn't really fully prepared for it. So I feel like now that I'm older and I have more experience and I can be more prepared this time around, I think I'm gonna give it another go. And I can't think of a better way to start it off than with the big Xbox news, which is a lot. There's a lot to go over. And it pretty much all started back in about a month ago in January, where there was originally rumors of Hi-Fi Rush coming to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. That wasn't, it's not a very big game to get overly excited about, but it showed that there was potential for Xbox to shift their focus away from everything made at Xbox stays on Xbox. And they kind of showed a willingness to maybe potentially put, their first party games on other platforms, essentially go multi-platform. And a couple days after the Hi-Fi Rush rumor, there was a very trusted, reputable journalist by the name of Jess Corden who released an article saying that he had also heard about Hi-Fi Rush going multi-platform, and he had also heard about games, in their back catalog that have been exclusive to Xbox for a while that they've considered putting on other consoles, and now it seems like that's definitely the case. And the big news started with an exclusive article from Xbox Era that said Microsoft plans to launch Starfield on PlayStation 5. Now, that wouldn't be till either later this year or even early next year, because they said it's, rumored to be released after the first DLC comes out, Shattered Space. That's a pretty big deal. I did not foresee this coming at all. I'm very much okay with Xbox. I'm more of a PlayStation fan. I have more than a fair share of experience with Xbox. I never thought this would even be a remote possibility. And that same night, with them, an exclusive article from The Verge announcing that they are also considering putting Indiana Jones on PS5. A couple months after it launches for Game Pass, on PC and Xbox. So it could be like a timed exclusivity, might be 6 months, something like that. But that's a very huge shift from the Phil Spencer vision. And his vision is exclusivity and getting as many games on Game Pass as possible. To him, Xbox's present and future is Game Pass. That's a huge part of their company, and kind of seems like they're somewhat shifting away from that. And after the whole debacle of Starfield and Indiana Jones, then a couple days later, Jeff Grubb, another very reputable source in the industry, came out and said that they're considering bringing Gears of War to PlayStation, which is an absolute shocker. I never would have imagined Gears of War coming to PlayStation either. And so now you kind of have to question what's going on with Xbox. Is this gonna be a case-by-case basis? Is everything gonna be multi-platform? Are they even gonna have exclusives? And I think, there's more questions than answers right now. And I think it's very fair to wonder you know, if you're invested in the Xbox ecosystem, why should you still be? If they're just going to bring their exclusive games to, you know, PlayStation and Nintendo, then what's the point of having an Xbox? Knowing that you can just wait, you know, potentially just a couple months, or maybe even in some cases you won't have to wait at all, and you can buy it on PlayStation same day it comes out on Xbox. And there will be ramifications for that, especially if Xbox takes more of a third-party approach and backs off from exclusivity and even hardware. And I think that would be very disastrous for the gaming industry. You know, as much of a PlayStation fan as I am, I also can't help but feel like PlayStation's in a spot right now where they haven't really been challenged in about 10 years or so. And I think they're starting to feel that now. This PS5 generation has seen a lot of remasters and remakes of games that don't really need it. You know, like The Last of Us in a remake, Last of Us Part 2 getting remastered, Horizon Zero Dawn, like games that don't really need the remaster or remake treatment, still getting it anyways. And I feel like Xbox leaving would just make Sony even more complacent. Nobody even knows what's going on with Sony's first party right now. And they're also in a spot where if this is Xbox's future, where all of Xbox's first party IP is just going to end up coming to PlayStation anyways, then they don't really have motivation to really improve their first party or anything of that such, because they can just have Xbox make games for themselves and just bring them over to PlayStation without PlayStation having to put in any of the effort. This event that they're doing next week is going to be very telling, and I already think it's not a good look that they haven't come out and denied anything. All they said is, you know, we have an event planned for next week that will explain everything, and that's about it. You know, something like this I think would be more understandable if it was at the end of the console generation. You know, you release new hardware and you can go into the next hardware saying, you know, we still have Game Pass. It's just not working the way that we thought it would. And so we're going to change gears and we're going to start going multi-platform. You know, doing it mid-generation kind of feels like desperation almost. I don't think it's a good look. I think it's going to tarnish their brand no matter what happens, because they haven't done any damage control for this at all. And what they needed more now than ever is damage control. It feels like with Microsoft, Xbox specifically, I should say, it just feels like they can never get out of their own way. And this is just proof of that. I understand the strategy of going multi-platform, and I can see where they're coming from, because, you know, as it's rumored, they're doing this mostly because they're leaving a lot of money on the table by not doing stuff like this. And I could see that with Starfield. Bethesda's not used to being exclusive. I don't think they were happy with having to make Starfield exclusive. With it being exclusive, it actually had the lowest, you know, player count since probably Daggerfall. And it's not a good look for a company that you just acquired and put billions of dollars into. And I think this is them reacting to the fact that, you know, they've let Phil Spencer see his vision through so far. You know, we're about 6 years into it, and it feels like just as they're about to get going, they kind of take it away from him. And I do believe it's truly profit driven. You know, that's not going to go over well for anyone. And, you know, as rumored by Jez, I'll have the tweet pulled up for you guys here. You know, he said hardware's not going anywhere with Xbox. Not everything is going to be coming, you know, multi-platform, but a lot of it will be. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see where the future goes from here. I cannot imagine a world without Xbox being a competitor with PlayStation. And I feel like without that competition, we will suffer. And so I think I hope, to me, best case scenario, Xbox, you know, keeps making consoles, they stay in it. But I definitely think they're going multi-platform for sure. And while I don't think it'll be everything, like I don't think every IP is going to be going to different consoles, I think it's going to be more than people think it will be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. I will be covering the event next week. I might have a video out before then, kind of discussing PlayStation and their current state with first party and second party. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.